Hi, Allison.
Hello.
In continuing our series here, I want to talk today a little bit about low back pain. We all know that a lot of people have had low back pain currently or in the past. Maybe they've even had back surgery. So a lot of our members, when they start working out with us, one of our main lower body exercises is a deadlift. And a lot of times if they've had low back pain in the past, they may be a little concerned about including that exercise in the program. They may be a little worried that may reintroduce some of those low back pain symptoms. So I know Allison also deals with a lot of her patients that come in current low back pain, and she wants to help them get back to exercises like a deadlift. So she's going to talk about some of the exercises and drills she uses with her patients to get them back to comfortably doing that exercise without pain.
Yeah, so a lot of it is just a matter of reteaching the hip hinge itself. So we're going to go over a nice regressed version for that. Typically, we would start in a kneeling position, but we are just going to show the standing position, which is super accessible. What we are going to need is a light resistance band, and if you can use a squat rack, fantastic, and also a PVC pipe or a wooden dowel of some kind. So this is going to go along Kirk's back. There are going to be 3 points of contact: the back of the head, the upper back, and the tailbone. So if you're somebody who has a little bit more of an intense curve on their upper back, we're going to forget about the head contact and just focus on the upper back and the tailbone. So as Kirk is hip hinging, you'll see that all 3 points of contact are still in contact with the dowel. So you don't want to lose any of those points of contact. So now we're going to use that while using a resistance band in the hip crease. Kirk found where his hip crease is, and then he lined up these on the squat rack and put a resistance band around them. He is going to walk himself forward so that there is some tension in the band along his hip crease. Got his PVC pipe here. He's going to keep soft knees. He's going to keep even weight along his feet. And then he is going to hip hinge, maintaining those 3 points of contact. And then he is going to come upright. He's making sure he's not squeezing his glutes to push through. He is just standing vertically upright from that hip hinge position. Just do like one more. So he'll feel stretch in the hamstrings, maybe in the glutes, and then come up.
And so if I can do this well, then that should hopefully help me deadlift more safely, correct?
Yes, because we are trying to groove out the movement patterns so that it sets you up for success when you are under load.
So that was a great exercise that Allison showed us to get back to doing the deadlift. Obviously, while you're doing that and you're working out here with us, we want to continue to work on your fitness. So we're going to modify this exercise into commonly a hip thrust. So Allison's going to put this band around her legs. That's going to give her some feedback to kind of press her knees out. She's going to put her shoulder blades across the end of the bench. We want her feet about shoulder width apart, right under the knees. And from this position, she's going to bridge her hips up in the air, creating a nice straight line across here. She's going to fold in half, get as low as she can, and then bridge back up. So we want to make sure that, go ahead and do another rep. As she's moving, you notice that her whole body, her upper body and lower body are kind of moving in sync. Show that bad version we kind of talked about in this next one. So in this one, only the hips are moving and her upper body is really staying still. We want to keep that all kind of moving together. We want to make sure that she keeps her weight evenly distributed on the feet. There's no rolling out on the outside of her feet. And she's got a little bit of constant tension out on that band. So this is going to, good, you can relax. This exercise is going to work a very similar muscle group to that deadlift. So while you're working with Allison and you're grooving that technique, we're going to still work on your fitness using a different exercise so you can continue to reach your goals.